Okay, let's see how this lasts. So for equilibrium level of real national output, we talked about it in the last class, that it happens when aggregate demand meets at the point of aggregate supply. That means the short-run aggregate supply and the aggregate demand meet at a point. That brings us about equilibrium. So what could happen to equilibrium? Based on the fact that equilibrium level of output will be as a result of aggregate demand and supply. It means something could happen. There might be changes in aggregate demand and there might be changes in aggregate supply or the short-run aggregate supply. So we're going to start with an increase in aggregate demand. And when we talk about an increase in aggregate demand, remember that aggregate demand means the total demand within the economy. So what are the reasons why we could have a shift in the aggregate demand? And what will happen to the demand curve when there is an increase in aggregate demand? So when there's an increase in aggregate demand, the demand curve will shift rightward from AD1 to AD2, meaning that the equilibrium level of output will rise or increase from OY1 to OY2, meaning that our price level will increase from OP1 to OP2. So what will bring about all this situation? The first thing is a fall in interest rate. Interest rate is the price of borrowing or saving. So if the price of borrowing reduces, so a fall in interest rate means the price of borrowing reduces, and if the price of borrowing reduces, it increases household borrowing and it increases firms' investments too. So firms will be able to invest. You know, we said aggregate demand involves consumption, investment, government spending, and export minus import, which is net export. So if interest rate falls, consumption would rise, investment would rise. Why? Because consumption means that households will be able to borrow in spending. And for firms, they will be able to borrow to invest in capital goods. These two things will shift the aggregate demand curve rightward from AD1 to AD2, meaning that because firms are able to borrow for investment in capital goods, output will increase. Yes or no? Yes. So as output increases, the output level will increase from OY1 to OY2. But what happens to price level? The price level will increase from OP1 to OP2. So an increase in aggregate demand curve will increase the price level and output level. Do we get that? So that is the first one. Then the second point is about the exchange rate. An exchange rate is the price of a country's currency in relation to the other country's currency. So what happens? If the exchange rate falls, it means the country becomes internationally competitive. And if we become internationally competitive, it means we can export more. But what happens to our imports? We stop imports based on that. So as soon as our export increases, the aggregate demand curve will shift rightward from AD1 to AD2, meaning that the output level will rise from OY1 to OY2. At the same time, the price level will increase from OP1, OP2. So the equilibrium level of output will increase. That is what it means. The third one is the lowering of income tax. Income tax are taxes we pay on income. So as soon as our income tax reduces or fall or a cut in income tax, it means our disposable income would rise. What is disposable income? The amount of money that is available for us to spend or to save. Now that the amount of money that is available for us to spend or save is increasing, we can spend more. So consumption will increase within the economy, which means aggregate demand will increase or shift rightward from AD1 to AD2. At the same time, the equilibrium real level of output will rise from OY1 to OY2, and the price level will increase from OP1 to OP2. These are the reasons why we have a rightward shift in aggregate demand curve, which will bring about an increase in output and an increase in the price level. Now we go to short-run aggregate supply. A fall in the short-run aggregate supply. Note, a fall in the short-run aggregate supply or an increase in the aggregate demand will both increase the price level. These two situations, these and these, will increase the price level. Do you get the point here? So now let's go to the short-run aggregate supply. What are the reasons why we might have a short-run aggregate supply? Means that the short-run aggregate supply curve will shift upward to the left from SRAS1 to SRAS2, and the price level will increase from P1 to P2, and the real level of output will fall from Y1 to Y2. So what are the reasons why we could have this situation? Number one, high wages for workers. High wages for workers means firms will have to pay more to their employees. Yes or no?
Yes.